I stated, man, I felt like the meeting wasn't going to go as well. They weren't going to get everything that they wanted. Hence, that this meeting sounded like it went south. PTA statement regarding today's meeting, which lasted a couple hours, according to a union spokesperson. Right now, I did see that this meeting lasted like 2 hours and some change. Maybe I saw Courtney Williams, Natisha Heidemann. They were talking about it, how it drained them. I think they had to go to the orange carpet.
From the moment players stepped into the CBA meeting in Indiana, the atmosphere was heavy, like everyone already knew something wasn't right. This was supposed to be a pivotal turning point, a day the league and players finally aligned on the future. Instead, it quickly became obvious that things were drifting in the opposite direction. Tension wasn't just in the air, it was practically waiting at the door. What should have been a constructive negotiation instantly felt like an emotional battlefield where expectations clashed with corporate reality. The entire meeting had, "this is about to go left," energy before a single word was even spoken.
CBA meeting that is taking place on Thursday in Indianapolis between the WNBA Players Union and the owners and WNBA leadership. This is huge news for what could be a make or break when it comes to the new CBA for the players. And some of the news that we have seen of late has not really been too favorable towards the players. It's been, a lot of people.
Union spokespeople confirmed the meeting stretched past the scheduled time, dragging on for over 2 exhausting hours. Stars like Courtney Williams and Natisha Heidemann later described the experience as draining, which is a polite way of saying the room was a stress chamber. But what made this gathering historic wasn't the length. It was the turnout. Over 40 players showed up, the largest in-person union meeting ever. All stars, executive committee leaders, team reps, everyone came ready for serious dialogue. Instead, they found themselves stuck in a slow, frustrating conversation that felt disconnected from the very real issues they face daily.
PA meeting in Indianapolis. All right. Earlier today, the Women's National Basketball Players Association, WNBPA, and the Women's National Basketball Association met in person to discuss their ongoing negotiations for a new collective bargaining agreement alongside WNBPA staff and our CBA advisory team. More than 40 players, including all-stars, executive committee members, and player representatives, attended the meeting. This marked the largest in-person player turnout in union.
This wasn't some casual sit-down. This was a summit, a strategic gathering, a silent show of power and unity. The players came in coordinated, prepared, and united, practically making a statement without even speaking. Meanwhile, the league rolled in with a standard-issue PowerPoint, animations, corporate buzzwords, generic optimism. The contrast was stunning. One side came with urgency and lived experience. The other came with slides and talking points. Right away, the entire vibe warped, like two worlds colliding without any bridge in the middle. The players wanted solutions. The league came with presentations.
For anyone that's just fans of basketball, and these owners are not budging. They are not budging in any way. And with the owners not budging, it just does not seem likely that the players are going to get what they want. And I think people think, the owners are going to make all this money because of the new TV deal.
Travel was the first major flashpoint. Players weren't just asking for luxuries. They were asking for safety, consistency, and basic professional treatment. But instead of straightforward answers about charter flights or improved scheduling, they were fed phrases like phase implementation and ongoing logistical assessments. It felt like corporate wallpaper slapped over a structural crack. These are athletes who sprint from terminal to terminal after back-to-backs, dealing with delays, cramped seats, and constant wear on their bodies. Hearing vague promises instead of real commitments pushed frustration levels through the roof. You could practically see heads drop around the room.
They met today and they appear no closer to coming together. The NBA owners are corporate enterprise business moguls, corporate enterprise business titans. The WNBA players are sole proprietors. And so when you look at that, and today was the biggest turnout of players, approximately 40 players, attended the meeting. And the goal was to really see if we can come together. But the WNBA has said the owner's response fails to address the priorities that they've already voiced.
Then came the conversation about pay, already one of the most sensitive and urgent topics. Players want transparency, predictable structures, and compensation that reflects their contribution to the league's growth. Instead, they got overly complex diagrams, incentive-based structures, and jargon-heavy explanations that didn't clarify anything. It started feeling less like a negotiation and more like a lecture no one signed up for. You could see the moment players mentally checked out. Expressions tightened, shoulders slumped, and note-taking turned into doodles. It wasn't disrespect. It was disappointment mixed with disbelief.
The WNBPA, that is the Players Association, and the WNBA met today for CBA negotiations. Many of the players were in attendance, including Caitlin Clark, and the Players Association has officially put out a statement. So the WNBPA has chosen to opt out of the current CBA. Things have not been looking super positive. I know that players have been talking about a potential lockout, and when the words were first stated, I kind of brushed it off a little bit because it's always hard to know until you get to the table and you start negotiating how serious things are, how much either party is willing to bud.
Mental health and wellness support should have been the easy part. The area where the league could instantly show it understood the human aspect of the sport. Instead, the answer was vague resource centers, with no specifics on funding, staffing, or implementation. Players wanted licensed professionals, equal access across all teams, and concrete commitments. What they got was a promise of resources that sounded like something out of a brochure. And for athletes who deal with nonstop travel, pressure, injuries, and public scrutiny, hearing empty language about support systems felt like another slap in the face.
By now, Caitlin Clark has announced that she is going to be out for the All-Star game. She made a statement today to save people the time of waiting for the WNBA to make the announcement tomorrow at 7:30 that she would not be competing in the three-point contest or in the All-Star game this weekend. This is obviously a huge blow for the...
Midway through the meeting, something shifted. The body language in the room changed. Conversations died out. Players slouched back in their chairs, whispering to each other or staring off in frustration. Some folded their arms. Others stopped pretending to be engaged at all. It wasn't a walkout, but it was absolutely a walkaway. Internally, they didn't storm out. They didn't cause chaos. They did something more powerful. They stopped believing in the conversation happening in front of them. And once the belief evaporated, the meeting became a hollow exercise.